So my name is Adeline Drummond. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. This has taken me like 5 tries to get it right and like 2 hours just to get it to start. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully that's working. I'm going to hide it. Okay. So my name is Adeline Drummond, like I said. I was in the adolescent sleep patterns group, and my topic was sleep deprivation effects. Sleep deprivation effects. And there's 4 basic things that sleep deprivation messes with. It messes with the homeostasis of our bodies, brain function, mood, and safety. So let's jump into that. So homeostasis. So homeostasis is something that our body does to itself to regulate like body temperature. Um, it just basically is like a repair time for our body. And when we sleep is when our body goes into homeostasis. And if we don't sleep, our body doesn't have that um, ability to correct itself. From this lovely many names, I found that homeostasis, if left unchecked, can lead to structural and functional remodeling of brain regions involving memory, such as the hippocampus. So that leads into our next topic, which is the brain and learning and processing things. But our body needs sleep to go into homeostasis to regulate things. And if it doesn't, it can lead to um, these learning and processing disorders. So, like I said, these wonderful, many named people said that it restructures the brain whenever there's no sleep. So our brain makes new connections. Our brain rewires itself to compensate for the lack of sleep that we're missing. Some of the things that it works on is, sorry, I lost my place. I'm using my cue cards. It says that under conditions of sleep distress, there is deactivation and reorganization of executive control in the prefrontal cortex away from focused thinking towards more hallucinatory mentation of the sort observed in psychiatric patients. So it's not saying that we become psychiatric patients if we don't sleep. It's saying that our brain starts using the same parts of the brain and starts exhibiting the same behaviors as of those who are psychiatric patients. So it's just saying there's a real comparison there that just shows the severity of it. It also says that it can lead to learning and memory processing dysfunction. The National Sleep Foundation said it can limit your ability to learn, listen, concentrate, and solve problems. You may even forget information like names, numbers, your homework, or a date with a special person in your life. At BYU Idaho, we know that there's a lot of dates going on, so we don't want to miss those dates, or especially our homework. You know, our homework is pretty important. If I didn't have a lot of sleep, I might not be remembering to do this. So I'm grateful for sleep. I'd like to now move on to our mood. I know for sure whenever I have not had my sleep, or sometimes even my nap, if I didn't sleep very well the night before, that I am prone to having my anxiety kicked up a notch. I may fall into a depressive state. I suffer from both anxiety and depression. So if I don't have sleep, they tend to get worse. And our textbook says sleep deprivation and irregular sleep schedules increase several proven dangers, including insomnia, nightmares, mood disorders such as depression, conduct disorder, and anxiety. So, whenever we have no sleep, our body compensates for these things and starts, because of the restructure of our brain, we start getting anxiety. The National Sleep Foundation said that it can lead to aggressive or inappropriate behavior, such as yelling at your friends or being impatient with your teachers or family members. Um, we all know we've been there, we've been tired, and we just want to go home and don't want to deal with it anymore. But that leads me to my next topic of safety. So, It didn't really lead me there, but we're going to go there now. Okay. So, this was something that I didn't really think about whenever I was researching this until the National Sleep Foundation said something about it, and our textbook as well. So, our textbook um, says that it can affect driving, like drowsy driving. And, in adolescence, they're at that young age, they may not think of the severity of getting behind the wheel sleepy, or they may think, oh, I'm late for curfew, I have to get home, but it doesn't matter if I'm tired because I'm going to get in trouble. It'd be much safer to sleep. And then, you get where I'm going with that. Um, but I know that's not something that I thought of whenever I first thought of this. So that's a life or death situation in a car. Another thing that the National Sleep Foundation said is it can heighten the effects of alcohol and possibly increase the use of caffeine and nicotine. Um, I know that we don't drink, but if someone's under the influence of alcohol, not only are they going to be, not only is their judgment going to be impaired by the alcohol in their blood, but it's also going to be impaired by their tired state. Which two things going together to influence your actions is not great. Um, and whenever people are tired, they're taking energy drinks. They're drinking Red Bull that has a ton of caffeine in it. So, like it said, we're more prone to use caffeine and nicotine. I don't know much about this, but I assume whenever you sleep, you don't sleep, you get stressed out. And usually, whenever people get stressed, they tend to smoke more, and that's where the nicotine comes from. Um, but yeah, so that is my presentation. Here are my sources. We are all working on this Google Slides, but this is just my portion, slides 4 through 9. And thanks for watching.